Two cutters through the middle. Aotearoa for three.
Kia ora, ni hao, namaste, konnichiwa, vanakam, talofalava, malo elele, bula winaka, whakaalofalahi atu, and welcome everybody to the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament 2026, proudly brought to you by One Foundation and Hype Hockey. We're live from the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour for the grand final day here on Easter Monday. Beautiful Easter Monday as the sun has come out now, and it's the day where champions will be crowned. Finals will be decided, and bragging rights are on the line for Heritage Hockey 2026. The New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament is in its 6th year and has continued to showcase the skill, flair, passion and pride of representing your culture. We've seen some of the most exciting players in New Zealand come through this tournament, and with new opportunities to represent New Zealand Heritage Hockey on the world stage, this year is living up to the hype. We've got an exciting match coming up in just a few minutes here. It is the women's grand final, and it's a repeat not only of yesterday's matchup, but it's a repeat of last year's grand final, where we see the New Zealand Asian women, the defending champs, taking on New Zealand PASIFIKA. And again, what is the women's grand final? As the teams come out there, the Asian women in the red singlets, the PASIFIKA ladies in the white and blue shirts, and our umpires in the middle there. They'll have control of things. It's Kirsten Stuckey and Malika Davey, been awarded the final alongside the captains of the teams, Hallie Scurra for PASIFIKA, Isabella in for the Asians, and it's a mouth-watering match here. 2 days in a row. Yesterday, after talking to the coaches, Tori Val, Jess Ellis, yesterday was as much of a throwaway as you can have. Both teams throwing out all plans, mixing up combinations, throwing in different rotations and shapes. So I wouldn't read too much into yesterday's form and yesterday's outcome, given these teams know each other pretty well. As we see, there's the Asian ladies, like I said, defending champs of the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament, and the crowd has started to build up there. There's some local supporters. You can see some of the Smiths there. They'll be supporting Garby Smith and the Asian Dragons. And meanwhile, I know there's plenty of support out here for PASIFIKA as well. Taking a look at the team list, hard to go past number 1, Kaya Elliott. She's been exceptional again this weekend. We expect nothing else. Bailey Newman's been electric going forward. Tulin Pritchard got herself on the scoreboard for the first time yesterday. Hallie Scurra, the captain. Hannah Rose Elias had a fantastic weekend in the midfield. Tiana Curry at the back. And keep an eye out for Kayla Val on the penalty corners. For the Asians, again, the number 1 has been electric. Shuku Morimoto, the goalkeeper. Bella Holt, another exceptional goalkeeper for the Asian side. Garby Smith is in goal-scoring form. AJ Ayong Jung has been good around the back. Shayna Moni Garcia, the girls from Counties. Julia King, the ever-reliable at the back with Storm, Dolan, Robson, and it's a team that has championship pedigree about it. There we see the goalkeepers, there we see the captain, and here we see the women's grand final. Not a lot changes in 12 months, and the same two teams are back here to do it all again. New Zealand Pasifika, New Zealand Asian in our Women's Heritage 2026 final, and it's going to be Pasifika with first use of it here. Skara, the captain. And just got the comms wrong there on the drop-off pass. So the Asian team. And big high press being put on here by Pasifika. You can see Asian team dropping out to a back four with Julia King at the back, and even then Tulin Pritchard's trying to keep them on this side of the field in a pretty aggressive pocket press here on the sideline. And the over goes, but it falls there for Tiana Curry. Curry with Charlock around the back. And like the entry, that one though, a little too big for Hannah Rose Elliott. Young Jung again trying to go down that sideline, not there for her. Get another sideline hit here. Just looking at her options again. This high press have really targeted in on this right half here, but a good ball forward finds Shane Garcia. She's going to have to get past Hannah Rose Elliott, Chris Amakia. A little messy there. The Asian team will retain possession. Garcia gets intercepted by Kaya Elliott. Our first look at Elliott on the ball. She links up well there with Pritchard, who gets things going through Bailey Newman, but a little scrappy, just hits the body. Keep an eye out for Bailey Newman up on that right striker side. She's got an elusive left to right drag and then the gas to burn most players on the outside. So keep an eye on Newman up that sideline, and see Isabella in there. Wrap her hands around one. Probably got it a little higher than she'd liked, but it's down the other end here with Kayla Val, who, remember, took yesterday off. Didn't play in yesterday's fixture. Made Tiana Curry sweat it out here. And back in action as Lorna Charlock looks downfield. We just see Lorna directing a bit of traffic. She was part of the New Zealand Heritage women's side that went across to Melbourne in 2025. A lot of these players, they'll be itching to make the tour for this upcoming year. Of course, announced that both the men and women's teams will be back in Melbourne 2026, so players fighting for selection spots as well as the trophy. Here's one who's been putting her hand up, Gabi Smith for the Asian side, scored 4 goals in a game on day 2. Part of the Asian side getting their way to this final. And Talafo for Pasifika working around the edge. The entry is cleaned up momentarily by Dolan Robson, who's then absolutely axed for it. Here is Dolan Robson. She'll go the short side through the captain. And Izzo looking down that left sideline. Still going, links up with Gabi Smith. She's dangerous. A little messy, but she'll come away with it here. Smith, she's got a bit of pace too. Tries to thread the needle to Chong, and it's cut out by Markia. Skara try to get a bit of the 3D going, but steals it back anyway, and opts to recycle around the back through Charlock and Val. here up this left side. Well cut out by Shane Garcia. You can hear the laugh before she even threw the overhead there from Shane. King searching for a way through. That one's a fair bit ahead there of Moni. We see the coaching exploits there of Tori Val. Has played in this team over the last couple of years, but now in the coaching ranks. Her sister there, Kayla, still playing and still battering down attacking penalty corners, but Tori, of course, on the coaching boards for this one. As Curry looks up. Again, trying to find something. Going to have to go solo here, Tiana. And it's got big on her quickly. And unfortunately, therefore, Tiana didn't have to just stay in it and win the shepherding call. Asian side in a bit of a slide at the moment. Kai Elliott, who's dropped out to the back, trying to thread one through to Taulafo. That one will beat her over the baseline. And Julia King will take a breath there. In fact, it's out on the sideline, so deep in the pocket here for Julia King. Get the exit in the end thanks to the free hit. Kayla Val was high up the field. And that one will fall for Pasifika, who will also take breathers going down to get that one in the far corner. Tiana Curry. And Kayla Val won the paper, scissors, rock battle to who was going to go and get that one. Come back here to Curry. Mark here with a bit of entry space. This trap though by Taulafo will invite the Asians forward. And good cut here, space for Kai Elliott. She's got it out in one hand. Reverse stick pass is good. Pasifika across the goal. And the angle was wrong there. The delivery not quite where it was wanted by Leah Arthur-Worsup. See a couple of the young bucks over the shoulder there. Kitty Elliott, she learned that pose from her sister Kaya. Alongside Twila McDiarmid on the bench for Pasifika. A couple of the young ones getting a run in this final. They're joined on the bench. Alana Renwick, another young player who scored an epic goal yesterday in their matchup. The entry coming for Taulafo. She gets up and swings hard up off the ground and just gets things going there. Love the activity from Taulafo early in this one. All around the back, a little blind receive there. It's going to work for the Asian side. And just trying to get through. Taulafo cuts another one out, and the shallow transfer is good for Hannah Rose Elia. She needs numbers forward though, because that one's going to be cut out pretty easily by Storm Dolan Robson. Now the press comes on. Leah Arthur-Worsup active. Kai Elliott closes the space. And they win it there through Tulin Pritchard. Kayla Val now asked to carry a little, trying to find her way through. That one's going to come up off the stick of Sophie Murray. Chris Amakia will step on to it. Just a little untidy there for PASIFIKA. Again, this full press from PASIFIKA really evident early, forcing a contest out of the Asian side, and Makia hits it over the sideline. Again, in a similar shape here, PASIFIKA, they're full press, they're going to move together. Tamsin Chong thought she had it there, but I think both players went, like I said, together. So will go the way of PASIFIKA. Going forward now, Penelope Taulafo can't get through Julia King. Not many can. Here comes the King. What a ball forward here to Tamsin Chong. And Shane Garcia just looking at a way through here. Opts to go the 3D, little stick show. Sophie Murray still going here, the Asian side. Teresa Meofla does enough for PASIFIKA. Here we see some of the Asian bench. See some of the communication there from Jess Ellis and Katie O'Connor. And Jess, I think one of the up-and-coming coaches around New Zealand, doing some really good stuff in some spaces, including here with the Asians, as Alana Renwick will win a free hit and move off it. Elliott links back up with Makia. Look at that, it's smooth here as she sends Meofla on her way, only to get cleaned up by Julia King, who give herself a little bit of room to operate. And now going forward, that's really sharp from the Asians. Little untidy there from Sophie Murray. And Makia will win the free hit. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. No team really showing their hand yet, other than PASIFIKA in the full press. But I think both coaches keeping things pretty close to their chests at the moment. This one I think is going to be one of those round out victories. Talking to Rani in commentary yesterday, it's one of those games where you're not just trying to win this one, you're trying not to lose it. And both teams trying to keep things pretty tight as Monique Garcia is going forward. Hyland Sanderson will catch up to it here on the baseline. Gets it off the ground, cleaned up by Makia, bit of pressure from O'Connor, and they bail to the sideline. There's some of the experienced heavy hitters coming on for PASIFIKA, the bomb squad, as Sanderson gets through, looking. Parfo comes out early. And we'll have a long corner, good save there from Jada Parfo. This back three shape we've seen a lot from both Asian teams, the men and the women. But won by Newman, and Newman is one of the fastest going here. She's got Leah Arthur-Wursel going with her. And Storm Dolan-Robson, that's fantastic work there defensively. Makia does enough to win the free hit. Tiana Curry on the cleanup. Bit of space here for Curry. This is her coveted run. She's still going here, Tiana Curry. And she's going to want to sub. Here, just off camera there, asking for a bit more movement in her attackers, having to drift a long way and try and find something there. Was Tiana Curry. Julia King looks the overhead, gets a little bit under it, puts some snow on, and Tiana Curry will bring it down. Just looking for a way through here. Pasifika, the Asians, pretty organised in their defensive efforts. Great work there from Hallie Skara to put it on the foot, and we'll have our first look at the set piece. What have they been cooking up here, Pasifika? Like I said, I think they kept things pretty close yesterday. We'll have a look at it on the replay, and it's just strength and speed here from Skara, the captain for Pasifika. Cool as you like, onto the foot here. You can see it looks like a bit of communication between Charlick, Elliott, Skara, and Pritchard. They'll be the seniors in the huddle. And it's quarter, so up come the troops. Tiana Curry, Chris Amakia will join the fray. First bracket, Charlick, the layoff. They go near to Ilya. And they'll get another one. So variation, the first play. Old left slip, left drop action from Pasifika. Not sure it was as smooth as they would have liked here. Surprise me if it comes to Kai Elliott for the slider. This time, Lorna, there it is for Elliott. There's the slider. Just see Chris Markia trying to get in front of it. It's high fives in the back there for Bella Holt and the Asian defenders. Have answered the first test here. And first quarter, we're still locked up at 0-0. We'll see you back here in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to our second quarter of the women's grand final match here at New Zealand Heritage Hockey 2026. That's a look from the Pasifika dugout. And it will be Pasifika with first use of the ball here through Tulin Pritchard. They're locked up in this one with the New Zealand Asian women 0-0 here in a repeat of yesterday's final pool match and a repeat of last year's grand final. Nothing separating the two teams in the first 17 minutes. despite a couple of penalty corners for Pasifika at the death, is Julia King now. And that's a good battle there. It's the couple of really experienced players there, young and a little less young, in Kai Elliott and Julia King. As Shane Garcia takes her 3 seconds of fame this year. It's not like Shane to be posing for the cameras as she gets past Markia and Charlick and the baseline. I think she was going to have a little bit of an ask of the question, but we're back underway here through Charlick and Val. Leah Arthur-Wissop's done well to keep the ball in here and win it back to one-on-one here. Arthur-Wissop and Dolan Robson again. She's been excellent today, Storm Dolan Robson. Now looking across the back. This time King throws the overhead and it's going to beat them all. So the Asians will keep it after the little touch from Taulafo. Little breather here between the two teams. Waiting for that ball to come back up, and the wind really getting up out here at the National Hockey Centre. Shout out to our camera crew up on the scaffold towers. Love your work. Appreciate you up there as free hit goes the way of Pasifika. We see just off camera Kitty Elliott onto the field. Now for Pasifika, this is her on the ball here, younger sister of Kaya Elliott. And Markia rolls one forward through Val. Love the speed up action, but Pritchard just not early enough on that one. And Violet Liu there on the ball. Bring it forward to the 16-yard zone. Julia King just drifts in the midfield to open up the ball around the back. They'll get it going forward. Cut out by Hannah Roselia, though, gives it straight back to Sophie Murray, and Murray with a bit of space now. Hasn't had the cleanest of ball in this one, but an opportunity now through Chong. And she keeps it there, Moni Garcia. And locked in a three-stick jail there between Charlick, Taulafo and Elliott. And the ball is going to fall here for Chong. Just tries to chop one back across the circle over the sticks there. It's going to be Pasifika ball on the far side. Val steps onto it. She's got Chris Amakia behind, opts to go for the overhead. And the good right in the landing zone there, Storm Dolan Robson. Ball forward. Can't go through Chris Amakia. Charlick tries to weave her way through the traffic. And now a bit of space and time here for Izzo Ng. Tamsin Chong wins the free hit and gets things going. Numbers ahead for the Asian side. Ball across from Gabi Smith. It's kicked cleared by Jada Parfo. as an Asian supporter, I think you'd like to see a little bit more ball for Gabi Smith if they can find her. She's been pretty well defended so far by Carissa Markia. That's a matchup we want to see some. She's the real danger for them going forward, as we see Izzo weaving. Here is Gabi Smith. And again, Markia asked to defend. Bring this one back out for the attacking long corner. This one, Sophie Murray over the ball. Murray goes out and around. This time through Dolan Robson. Readjusts, gets it back, and now open here on the right through Violet Liu. Shane Garcia is going to win the free hit just outside the 25-yard line and move her way forward. Still going here, Liu. It's pretty slow going here at the moment. Both, like I said in the first quarter, both these teams not wanting to show too much too early. Gabi Smith gets on it. A little messy there for Smith, and it's cleaned up by Markia. Hannah Rose Elliott does well enough. And it's a good tackle by Shane Garcia there. And that's the view from Carissa Markia's standpoint. Not a lot of options as the press from the Asians is aggressive. You see the applause there at the bottom of the screen from Jess Ellis, the coach. Gabi Smith will walk into the corner. Sideline there for Violet Liu. And Liu under a bit of pressure here. Markia and Elliott, two of Pacifica's best. He's happy just to hit it over the sideline there. And keep the Asians trapped in this corner. Look at that. The press is aggressive for Pacifica. Shane now looking to go 3D. Lorna taps it over the back line. Stands over it once again. Draws in Bailey Newman and Carissa Markia. Down now to Katie O'Connor, who... Kayla Val there, I'd say the word is relatively disgusted in that one. Just looked at her and wondered what on earth that was trying to do as Val gets the exit now through Elliott. And now full press ramped up by the Asians, and what a ball out. There's Taulafo, strong enough to win it. And she shallow transfer back through Val, who has the speed up to Meofla. And Bailey Newman, hopefully can get those feet going. Take on Julia King, who gets a nice little poke tackle in it and then cleans up. And that's, again, for any of the non-hockey players out there, that's incredibly difficult to do. Running away, on the back foot, dead on the ground, down the other end of the field, hits the sideline. That's, yeah. That's why they call her the King. Pacifica, they'll move forward onto this one. Remember, for those that tuned in yesterday, Pacifica won it 3-2, though, as I said in the build-up, I don't know if I would take much out of yesterday. After conversations with both the coaches, I think They were both playing with 5 jokers yesterday. And today's a whole new ball game as Pylan Sanderson works out of the defensive 25-yard line. Threads the pass to Gabi Smith, who, like I said, would love to see a little more space in this one, but I don't think she's going to be given it as Tiana Curry gets going forward. King touches O'Connor. Sophie Murray will get it going quickly. Too big there for Pylan Sanderson. Now the Asians happy to sit and slide. We'll try and target the outside halves, and Kayla Val probably gets away with one there. I reckon Katie O'Connor could have given her the same look she gave her 3 minutes ago for that attempt. Now Markia controlling things from the back. The touch pass from Val's a good one. Finds Pritchard on the turn. Cleaned up by Storm Dolan Robson. She's been excellent. How good is this from the Asians? It was really good until it wasn't, and away come PASIFIKA. Through Pritchard. She's a bull at a gate there, Tulin. And lovely transfer, Kitty Elliott. Get her hands around one. It's a good ball in, but nobody there on the near side. You see the captain and extras on the bench there for PASIFIKA. Kelly Scurra. And this one's, oh. And fortunately, I think for those that know her, Tuila McDiarmid, probably one of the nicest kids out there in this PASIFIKA group, purely just to tangle up, but it was a great ball through. And then Kitty Elliott just carves a little ramp shot over the wicketkeeper for 4 as well. There, a couple of the young dogs for PASIFIKA getting in the mix-up. Shanae Phillips on the ball to Gabi Smith. Gabi Smith trying to get things going, and oof, a little touch on that could have been interesting, given it was relatively unmarked there. Elliott still going, Kitty Elliott. Now Talafo, she'll get going. And Elliott looks down the sideline. It's cut out by Sanderson, but they'll keep possession here. PASIFIKA just over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Still nothing in either goal, nothing on the scoreboard, and nothing separating these two teams in our women's grand final as Kitty Elliott gets on a bit of a mission, and now Bailey Newman does enough. Yeah, we see it's all smiles for PASIFIKA. Leah, Hannah and Kaya on the sideline. Deep transfer through Markia. There's McDiarmid out here. That one just beats Meofla. Now Gabi Smith attack from distance. Yeah, you can see there Chris Markia's done a really good job so far in this half, not only on the ball and what she can do in calming her group down, but she just cut Gabi Smith out of most of this match so far. Really haven't seen Gabi in good ball position yet. So probably a high target on the list given what we've seen this weekend. King. They'll work around the back. Young Jung trying to push one through and it won't go. Now coming forward, Lana Renwick. She scored a pretty epic goal yesterday on the reverse stick. Got it back here to Meroffler, but that's a fantastic tackle. And a free hit for Shane Garcia. She's been really good today, Shane. Just see it on the replay here. Just missed the first one, did Dolan Robson, but look at that tackle. Low, under the feet, really solid by Shane Garcia. Back here, final minute of the first half. Young Jung. That one's going to be too big for everybody. And Twila McDiarmid just turns around. Here's the call from the dugout. There's no rush. There is Twila. And didn't see it off camera there, but Hallie Scurra getting a little too aggressive there. Diamond does well there, and now the transfer. Gaz has looked at the clock, and I think they're just going to burn this one out here at PASIFIKA. And here the calls of just hold. There it is, there's your first half in the book. Still nothing either way in this women's grand final, Heritage Hockey 2026. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back in 5 minutes for the second half. See you then.
Hi, my name is Divyanka. I'm actually from Fiji. Back at home, I play for Maris Women's Hockey Club. Bula, my name is Captain Fabiano, and I'm from Fiji. I played for the Fiji national team. I played for the Ventures Women's Hockey Club. And most recently, I represented the Fiji New Zealand team to the Heritage Cup. I come from a sporting background, but I had never played hockey until high school. And what got me playing hockey was we had the Pacific Games in Fiji when I was in Form 4. And my school was in charge of cheering for Fiji. And of course, they put me to cheer for a hockey match. And that was the first time I saw it. And then I saw these women playing and they won the gold medal. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want in my life. And that's pretty much where my journey started. And 20 years later, here I am. We don't get this. I mean, this is the first time we're having this. It's very exciting. I'm actually looking forward to it. It means a lot, like how you said, not just representing people back at home, but of your heritage too. So, yeah. And I always thought that, something like the World Cup for Vibes was it for me. Yeah. Like that was the biggest thing for me. But going to the Heritage Cup and then getting chosen to represent this team, like this is something very special. This has never happened before. I mean, one of the biggest names would be Julia King. Just getting to learn so much of her. Like today we had a practice match. Then I think the other ones would be the senior players like Jess, and then we have Zoe who was in the NZHH team. And then also having a coach like Brett and other girls. So there's a lot we can learn of them. We got the kids back home watching, like they know that we're here and they're excited. Yeah. But I want them to see me on the field. I want my daughters to see me and be like, yeah, I want to be like my mom. Yeah. Like, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Welcome back here to the Heritage Hockey 2026 Women's Grand Final. Start of the second half here between New Zealand Asian women and New Zealand PASIFIKA. You can see the hand over the mouth from Sophie Murray there after she threw that one 6 weeks in front of Ah Young Jung. And the 3D in towards the circle, cut out by Julia King. Falls here for Kayla Val. Nothing on the scoreboard for either team here. We're locked in a real chess match of a game between these two teams. They played yesterday. They played last year's final. They're playing again for it all. These two teams very familiar with each other, not just here at Heritage, but players from both these teams very, very familiar with each other. There's club mates and club rivalries right across the park here. Izzo gets it going. A little messy there for the Asian side coming out of this left pocket. Invites PASIFIKA back in for another attack. It'll be Lorna Charlik here on the ball. No real rush to get things going. Rare mistake or rare error there from Risamaki. It's not going to matter too much given the context, but rolling forward now through Val. Hannah Rosalia can't pull that one in. And just a little pedestrian the start here of this third quarter. Here come PASIFIKA through Bailey Newman. She's got some speed, got the first pass. It's been cut out by Storm Dolan Robson, who went shoulder to shoulder with Tulin Pritchard. King, oh, look at that. I'm unsure about that first one, only because, a lot of times people say, well, there wasn't anybody in a huge amount of playing distance, but the problem is there was one, and she was directly behind Lorna Charlik there, and Katie O'Connor, who will run this one in, or very nearly there for the Asian side. So it's a little ploy we've seen a couple times from this Asian team, just floating, I guess what you'd consider a bit of a seagull up and behind the defenders, I think. you know, if I'm Jess Ellis, what I can see is potentially out of this Pasifika side a little opportunity to beat them for pace around the back. And so, you know, you put somebody like Katie O'Connor up and behind that defensive group from Pasifika, let players like Julia King hit a long ball as Garby Smith gets one going over the back line. If Julia King can hit a long ball and find a running O'Connor who will back herself for pace against this Pasifika back line, that could be perhaps a little bit of a pocket of opportunity here for the Asian side. Hannah Rose Elliott taking on Pylon Sanderson. And the skip's not there for them. It's there for Garcia, who gets it wrong in traffic. Subs coming in there. You can see Shanae Phillips waiting to come on for the Asian side. Twila McDiarmid ready to get her boarding pass for Pasifika. And Lorna Charlick now plays the T-spot. Leah Arthur Worsup, a little untidy on the receive, but they'll keep possession, Pasifika. Run a little football play there, Pasifika, a little stack split action out of the sideline free hit. Didn't work out for them that time, but King under a bit of pressure, rolls back around to Storm Dolan Robson, Ayung Jung here. Be axed down by Toolin Pritchard, who thought she got all ball, but there's a touch of shoelaces in there on the reach tackle. And Jung goes aerial. Markia says, no thank you. And she'll get another look at it this time. Jung opting to find Julia King in the middle of the field, which is never a bad option. Sophie Murray, Garcia, it's in the mixer. It's cleaned up by Tiana Curry. And Shanae Phillips now on the ball. Ball forward, like the touch here, but nobody hunting on the seconds. There's O'Connor still working there. Back for O'Connor. It's across the goal. Oh, the stick there of Jada Parfo. And now Garby Smith gets going. And the ball's going to win that race. What a save there by Jada Parfo. So we see a bit of the old cramp cream coming out for the Asian team. Important save there, Jada Parfo in goal, showing her a little bit of brilliance in this one. There's Kayla Val, good distance on it, down to halfway, and they'll take it, Pasifika, take it quickly too, with some players moving forward. One of them here, Leah Arthur Worsup. And again, Storm Dolan Robson, one of the best. Julia King there with her, and the exit's pretty sharp from the Asians, and Katie O'Connor gets it going to Garby Smith, and this is the opportunity if she can pull it in. And Jada going and putting a bit of extras in on the baseline there. Jada Parfo keeping warm. Sanderson does enough to see it over the sideline. Elliott shows her aerial exploits, and it's going to drop right on the toes of Dolan Robson, and Pasifika will keep it. Here is Elliott trying to link up there with Leah Arthur-Worsip on the near side baseline. Still here, Arthur-Worsip. It's not, it's Hannah Rose Elliott. This is that one over the crossbar. And now going forward here, Nan Wild, she scored a goal in yesterday's game for the Asian side. Tiana Curry in front of her. Curry up to it. She got the exit. Yes, she does. And a little smile and acknowledgement there from Pylan Sanderson. Played NHC together for Northland last season. And forward coming, Storm Dolan Robson. Midway through the third quarter here, still locked up at 0-0. Garby Smith with the baseline entry. Nobody there for the Asians. Sanderson. It's taken a deflection. See it again. This first save right there for Sanderson. It come off the stick of Kayla Val. Well defended. Still defended well there, PASIFIKA. Shanae Phillips on the ball. Links up with Garby Smith, gets it across the goal. Cut out by Tiana Curry. Still here for the Asians, it's Garby Smith. The little 3D action is too high there. Around the edges. Look like Moni Garcia and Tamsin Chong there just showing off the back muscles for the live stream. Chris Amakia, that's her options again, not a lot of movement. Now the speed up cut out by Lou. Murray tried to get one through, but it's Talafo here with Bailey Newman. She's also been limited in her space and opportunities today for PASIFIKA. Hannah Rose Elliott looking at her options, decides to go back through McDiarmid and Curry. Mark here with a bit of time. Tries to go the left foot, but nothing down there for PASIFIKA. Skara and Charlick there sitting on the bench for PASIFIKA. And Julia King goes around the back. Shanae Phillips looking for the speed up, but Bailey Newman gets there in time. Again, Newman jumping onto it. Julia King opts for the recycle here through Storm Dolan Robson, and now some pressure going to be put on Violet Liu. Great tackle, Hannah Rose Elliott, and good body shield too. Win the free hit. Inside 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Both teams searching for their first goal. It's nowhere near as open as yesterday's game was. No surprise, and we're going to have a card here. It's yellow for Hannah Rose Elliott. Big here. Wouldn't mind if the Asians went and slapped the blue card on top of this. If there's any of them listening in the dugout, now's the time to do it. Got almost 5 minutes left in this quarter. I'd be stacking one straight on top of that yellow and doubling up, but maybe saving it for the fourth quarter. There's Tamsin, Chong along the baseline. Try and find the PC. They're going to go the body shield there instead. And Garvey Smith, Izzo, Ng waiting to come on. Julian Pritchard joins the mix for PASIFIKA. And that one's going to beat them all down over the opposite back line. Inside three here. PASIFIKA happy to sit out into this half court. Remember, they are down a player. Hannah Rose Elia picking up a yellow card about a minute and a half ago. And that's what I think this Asian side have started to look for, is just a little bit of action there, you know, playing against the half court. Love to see a little bit of height out of an Asian striker and then just see what shape you can pull out of that back group. Probably not quite high enough there. Tamsin Chong on that one. Kitty Elliott here trying to play through Garby Smith. Smith, can she be the game breaker? Chris Amaki has had her number almost all game. And again, Makia. Nothing going forward there for the Asian side. 90 seconds left in the third. Twila McDiarmid going to have a little bit of pressure on her. The receive from Kaya Elliott. Gets going there, Elliott. Love the 3D extra. And the speed up now for Newman. Just fractions too big there. The pass from Taulafo. As we see some of the young crew there again on the benches. Mirage Blakelock. Ball coming forward here from Izzo. And again, nobody there for the Asian side. As we see how Kaya Elliott down into the corner there. I'd say she'll try and burn the last 16 seconds off the clock here. Going at Garby Smith. I'm pretty sure that's not her ball. And Kaya let her know about it as well. When those nostrils flare, Kaya, he's got a head of steam. And that time, Garby over the back line. That'll be enough here. End of the third quarter, still 0-0. See you back in 2 minutes for the rest of this one. It's going to be a good one. they're back out onto the turf here. They've battled away for 3 quarters and nothing in the scoreboard, so it all comes down to this. The final 17 minutes here to decide who will our women's champion be. Is it back-to-back for the Asians, or do Pasifika split them and go one apiece? 17 minutes here on the clock to decide it all. Is there a goal? Is there a shootout? Is there heartbreak? Who will take home Heritage Hockey 2026 trophy? So, interestingly, going to start fast here, the Asian side. So I think maybe Jess did finally get the memo, Jess Allison, and played the blue card perhaps at the quarter break, because Pasifika only have 9 players on the field at the moment. So I'm assuming it's Hannah Rose Elia's yellow card for another probably minute or so, and potentially the blue card has been stacked on top of that by the Asians. Maybe a little late for my liking, but yeah, only 9 on the field at the moment for Pasifika. The Asian side, they've got to get up if they're going to use this advantage, because I'd say Hannah Rose Elia's card, there we see it. Leah with the blue, Hannah with the yellow, and it was just started at this quarter. Elliott on the ball. They're just going to want to hold it. So there we go. They've already had one back here. Pasifika, I knew it wouldn't be long. So now I'd say it's probably 4 minutes or so with the blue card, meaning Pasifika have 10 players on the field, Asians with 11. And Garby Smith now. I still believe she is the most likely game breaker for the Asians, and they'll take the penalty corner here with the player advantage. See it on the replay, just relentless. Managed to turn Carissa Markia inside for probably the first time this game. Come out here to King. She goes to sweep it, looking for the deflection. It's picked up their own foot, so nothing to show for it for the Asian side. All smiles there from the Asian dugout, though I'm sure it would have been more than smiles had that one found the back of the goal. That one will go to Julia King. Both players moving into the space together. That one doesn't get through. Lorna Charlick searching. She'll go the overhead. It's one layer, but it goes straight to Julia King, and this is an invitation for the overhead coming back again to Garby Smith, who couldn't do much with it. I love the pass there from Julia King. Now to go straight back at them with an overhead. Sharp play. And scrappy around the back for Pasifika. This Asian team just starting to turn the screws up. Remember, they're still a player down, probably for 1 more minute here. the Asian side. And it's beaten everybody across the 25-yard line. Again, we see the Asian bench. King looking forward, links up with O'Connor. Still going, Julia King. Links up with Garcia, gets it back, King. This is pretty hockey. And Smith, Garby Smith, she hasn't missed those all weekend. Bella Holt can't believe it. Oh, that's the one you've got to put the icing on if you're the Asian side, and it's probably the last one with the blue card advantage as Leah Arthur-Worsup returns to the field. So we're back to 11 all. Pasifika still have their blue card to use. And I'd say now, yep, they will use it. So they're going to try and turn the screws straight back here on the Asian team. And looks like Katie O'Connor will come and take the blue card for the Asians. And Chris Amakia just walking things up, looking for a go forward. Kayla Val doesn't get that one right, and Garby Smith goes. And gets a bit of feet. They go again here through Ah Young Jung. And that's a pass you don't need to make. Tulin Pritchard now has a 2-on-2. Leah Arthur-Worsup cut out by Storm. Dolan Robson. Sophie Murray. Still just trying to figure their shape out a little bit here. This Asian team down a player. And the ball across to Tamsin Chong. She's got Kaya Elliott to beat. It's not going to be an easy one, and still going there, the two of them, and Hannah Roselia comes in to blow it up as Elliott throws the slider, but it's straight here to Garby Smith. And the free hit will go the way of Pasifika via Tiana Curry. Looking at some options here. Taulafo's waiting for her opportunity to retake the field. Teresa Mayofla does enough there, and Lorna Charlick will step onto it. And coming forward now, Hannah Roselia looking for an option. Kayla Val. I'll go back out through Carissa Markia. Curry, that's her go forward. Needed it to link up there with Hallie Scarra. And midway through this fourth and final quarter. Call is to stay up here for the Asians. They'll drop out to a 3/4. Twila McDiamond will get it going through Chris Amakia. Makia with all the time in the world at the moment. The Asian side happy just to sit and sag, and now Murray just tries to push a bit of a close. Still going, Makia. Taulofo. Ball in, the deflection. Hallie was on the deck. Bailey Newman is the one who touched it up and over the goal. Have a look at it again. Yeah, I wonder what could have been if Bailey Newman got the leave call from Hallie Scurra. Cut out by King, but one back by Taulofo, and King still going. Oh, silky from Jules. Couldn't get it back from Garvey Smith. Kaya Elliott looking. Tracked well by Shane. She's going to have to go quickly because Elliott's pretty fast. And across the grain, Tamsin Chong. Tried to dig it in, but not there for just out in front of the dugouts here with Taulofo. She throws a little 3D, and Bailey Newman's done well to keep it in. And she'll get going quickly too, Newman, but she just runs over it. Sophie Murray. Big challenge by Pritchard, who gets out of the area quickly while Makia cleans it up. Oh, huge. And she answers the call. Shuku Morimoto was a great ball forward from Penny Taulofo. Watch it again on the replay here. See Hallie Scurra at the top of your screen. Just a half trap there. And Shuku, calm as anything. Taulofo trying to get the go forward through Kayla Val. She's got it here. King. Yeah, exceptional work, Julia King. Violet Liu. And we're going to come back for a free hit advantage as King goes over. Taulofo brings it in. Smith makes a good tackle and gets going here. Garvey Smith going at noise there. I'd say Penelope Taulofo is probably pretty lucky to avoid getting a card there. She couldn't help herself. Dug her hands in the cookie jar as little backstick from Kai Elliott. Garcia, King, beats one. Can't get the 3D through. Tiana Curry, and is this T's one run of the day? She's going to need to find some help here. There it is through Teresa Mayofla. PASIFIKA, is this it? And it's going to be penalty corner. There was a foot called out on the entry. And it's all smiles in there. Mirage Blakelock, Kitty Elliott. We'll watch it again. That one, oh, it's so unfortunate for Shane Garcia. I thought it was on the entry. It was actually on the exit. Shane just took her mind off it for 1 second, and it's enough to give an opportunity now to PASIFIKA. And this is the one we've been waiting for. Kayla Val on the bracket for Pasifika first. Castle, Tiana Curry on the second. My money's on the first. And they go to Val. Saved by Shuku. And they'll have another one here. She had to wait a second for it, which meant it probably wasn't quite in that corner pocket we're used to from Kayla Val. Got all of it, and so did Shuku. This is it. So they go the same option. Goes to the first bracket. Little one, Curry. And penalty stroke there. It's the little right drop to Tiana Curry. And now Kaya Elliott has run as fast as possible away from this action. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at it on the replay here. It's a little right drop to T. Hard to really tell in there. I think Malika Davies saying it's Storm Dolan Robson's foot, which is behind Shuku Morimoto, and it'll be Kayla Val stepping up to it. The penalty stroke here. This could decide the whole thing with 2 minutes left on the clock. Makes no mistake, Kayla Val. And they're up in arms on the sideline. Look at it, including her sister Tori. They got 2 minutes to survive the Asian onslaught here. Kayla Val gets it done via the penalty stroke. And the Asian side didn't quite see what the whistle was. They're going to take Shuku off here, go an extra striker, and hope for 2 minutes of madness here for the Asians. I don't know if they realize it's not a free hit, it's still a start off. So they can't run up there. We saw 2 offsides in the men's game yesterday. There's no free hit called, it's the restart from the stroke. And now we'll get going for the Asian Dragons with 2 minutes on the clock. Here is Garcia, gets it going. Little action in the circle, Curry. 3D in here, it's messy. And it's a penalty corner the other way for the Asians. Oh, this is huge here. They've got equal complaints as they did at the other end about it. And they're going penalty corner. There it is on the foot there of Hannah Rosalia. Tangled up with Lorna Charlick. And do they have the answer via the penalty corner? Wouldn't it be cinema if they forced the penalty stroke? This would be huge. Garby Smith to inject. Julia King on the bracket. 3 runners on the right. I wouldn't put it. It's a little wayward. They've got a touch. Kai Elliott's got the ball. The penalty corner was let down by the inject. Unfortunately, they didn't get it clean, the Asians. I'm almost 99% sure the call would have been Julia King on the reverse. Back across for the 3 slide rights. And now a minute left. Pacifica desperately hanging on. The Asians need to find a way through. Pritchard, she knows there's an open goal at the other end. Dolan Robson does enough here. It's now 40 seconds for the Asians. Murray finds King. King back to Wild. Oh no, it's arms up in the air. All aboard for the Asian dugout. There's not often does Julia King complain about a call, and even she was pretty animated as Garby Smith gets one deflected and tagged. And she'll give her a yellow card. I don't think it'll matter. The intent wasn't there. And they'll burn the clock, Pacifica. Huge call or no call at the end of that one. And Pacifica get it done 1-0 via the penalty stroke to Kayla Val in the final 2.5 minutes of this one. What a game, what a final. Congratulations, of course, to Pacifica women, and commiserations. They can't go back-to-back, the Dragons. but they're in the final again. Enjoy the highlights package from this one, and we're going to go catch up with some of the captains down on the turf.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the turf with New Zealand Asian captain Izzo. Izzo, not the result today. Heck of a game for you guys. Obviously trying to go back to back. How did you see that one?
Despite the outcome, I feel like we all actually played really, really well. It was a really close game, and I'm so proud of the girls. They put up such a fight. Like yesterday we had them. That was a rough game. Today also rough, but I felt like we evened it out at least, so that was nice.
Yeah, a really close game. Sum up your entire weekend. You know, you guys came in as the defending champs, had two really good wins to start, and then a couple of back-to-backs against PASIFIKA. Sum up the weekend for your team.
The weekend, first of all, just amazing. This weekend is always amazing. So much fun. I feel like there's laughs on and off the turf consistently, and that's always appreciated. Super Asian, because it's nice playing with my fellow Asians. Love them. And just a hard week, but a good week.
Awesome. And any thank yous from yourself or from the team for the weekend? Don't forget anybody.
everyone. There's just so many people to thank, the supporters, the refs, the coaches, the managers, you guys, the cameramen, literally everyone, the whole team, the pets, like I can't forget anyone. Everyone, thank you.
There you go, it's thank yous from everybody. Lastly, what do you say to any young Asian players that might be out there watching in your preparation for next year?
Keep training hard, keep putting your all. We would love to see you join the team. We're always looking for newbies, fresh legs, young legs, because mine are kind of giving way now. But please keep practicing, and we hope to see you join our team soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for the weekend. It's been a great weekend with you guys out on the turf, looking sharp now in the kit as well. Glad you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next year.
Awesome, thank you.
Awesome. All right, we're going to come in here. This one's always a fun one. Down here with the PASIFIKA captain, Hallie Scurra, the gold medal winning captain, the championship captain. Hallie, how do you see that one?
Oh, honestly, it was a bit of up and downs during the game, but we finally got our composure, got our setup all good, finally scored a goal, and then just I think the team values and team culture is what brought us together and got us the goal today. So yeah.
And it took till 2.5 minutes left to play for you guys to finally get that breakthrough. Is that island time or what's the go there?
I think you know the answer. Definitely island time. But honestly, it was a big respect to the Asians. Like, it's always a mean game to play against them, and especially having them in the final last year as well. It was so good to have them run it back again, but we're just going to take home the gold this time.
Yeah, that's right. Talk us through the last 2 minutes, right? So, score on the penalty stroke. They come back up here, take the goalkeeper off, and add an extra player on. Then they come down here with a couple of entries, a penalty corner themselves. Talk us through the last 2 minutes and how you guys held on.
Oh, back to halfway after the goal, I think we all just wanted to stay narrow, stay compact as a family, as a team out there. But yeah, once they got the PC, it was a bit nervous, but obviously our skills have managed to keep it out of the goal and keep that one on the scoreboard.
Yeah, very cool. Lastly, any thank yous from you and from the team for the weekend?
Yeah, on behalf of us girls. Oh my gosh, I'm taking a photo. On behalf of us girls, I'd just like to say a big thank you first to Asians. Always a good game. Our management, our coaches, our supporters, parents, families, chilling over there, and also to the girls as well. Big thank you to them. But, yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Enjoy it. It's been a long 12 months waiting to get back here. Always good to see you. Go well again next year, and we'll see you then. That has been our women's grand final here for 2026 Heritage Hockey. It's NZ PASIFIKA getting one back over the Asians after last year's final. PASIFIKA will go home as champ. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Coming up next at 2 p.m. is the last game of the afternoon. It's the New Zealand Indian men, the back-to-back defending champs, who will take on the Punjab Heritage team, who come in undefeated. This one's sure to be fire at 2 o'clock. We'll see you then.
I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind.